What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the week 7 drop list for Supreme's fall winter 2022 season, which is set to drop on Thursday, October 13th. So the big collaboration for this week, if you guys haven't seen yet, is with the North Face. So obviously the North Face is a pretty frequent collaborator with Supreme, but I think this collection is pretty cool. With that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, if you want to hit that like and subscribe, it would help me out a lot. I make streetwear content 2 to 3 times a week, so if you guys want to stay tuned on things like Supreme drops, Babe drops, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. So getting into these pieces, the first items we have here are these anorak type of jackets. So they're coming in 3 colorways, the black, the brown, and then I'm not sure what to call this one, we'll just call it white. Obviously it's got a little bit more going on in there. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. It looks like some like wings. It's very abstract. I do like the way it looks. I think the colors mesh pretty well. I think the white looks really cool, and these are intended for skiing and snowboarding, I would have to imagine. That's what all this like extra padding is on the shoulders and the elbows, and then even down the back where it says Supreme there is padded too. So I think it's cool that they incorporated the branding into the padding, and then I also really like that North Face patch on the back, and then on the sleeves we've got the classic Supreme North Face branding that you're used to seeing on Supreme North Face pieces. But yeah, I really like this piece. I'm not like a skier or a snowboarder, and I don't always love like anorak type of jackets, but I feel like they executed this one really well. Next we've got puffer jackets, which I think are really sick, but to be honest, I don't like the white one here. I don't think it works as well as the other ones. Obviously the black you can never go wrong with, but my favorite one here is actually the brown. I think the brown and the black work really well together. And then we had some pictures of like Bloody Osiris and Bloody Dior wearing them, so cool to see them wearing them. I think they styled them really well, which you would expect, but I really do think the brown one is my favorite, which is crazy because I do love black puffer jackets like that. But yeah, can't go wrong with either one of those two in my opinions. But yeah, this white one, I think it worked better on that anorak style type of jacket. Next we have some fleece pullovers, which like have like almost like a built-in balaclava. As you guys can see, it really only has slits for the eyes. The mouth goes up pretty far, but I think these are pretty clean too. I think the black one is super cool. I like the brown one too. Again, I'm not feeling the white one as much, but I do think this is a cool like snowboarding piece again. So if you're into that kind of culture, I feel like this fits you more. I am not really into it, so I feel like these pieces suit me a little bit better. They're a little more easy to wear. So yeah, I really like the black one, whatever like type of pattern that is, like a marble type of look almost. It is the same pattern as this, I'm pretty sure. It's just in a white, so it's a little bit less in your face, but I do like these. It has the Steep Tech branding, and then it has the North Face branding, and then we've got some North Face branding on the back too, and then the right sleeve has the typical North Face Supreme branding. So yeah, overall I think these pieces are pretty cool. I'm not somebody who is out in the cold weather that much, so this piece really probably wouldn't be that great for me because I feel like this is for people who are outside a lot. Same with the last couple of pieces. I think the puffer jacket is the most stylish of these jackets, but I think the anorak and this fleece jacket are going to be really useful for people who like to just be out in wilderness and in the cold weather. Then we've got the pants version of those anorak tops with the padding on them. Again, the Supreme branding has been worked into the pads, which I think is sick. And then we've got the little knee pads here too. I think the white colorful pants in this situation are the best of these pants, which yeah, it's just really case by case on if I like the pattern there. But I think the black ones are pretty cool too. Can't really go wrong with that. And then on the back again, we've got Supreme worked into the branding on the padding. So yeah, I thought it was really cool how they incorporated their branding in these pieces. Then we've got the fleece pants. I like these more than the last pants, just a little bit more wearable. I think the brown ones are super cool, probably the easiest to wear out of all of these. This black one is pretty cool too. I'm not really feeling the pattern or like the white ones for these pants. I feel like the other ones just work better and are just a lot easier to wear. I'm sure these are going to be super cozy. This is something I could see myself just wearing even around the house, but I feel like I would get a lot of wear out of these pieces. So yeah, I feel like these are going to be pretty solid for what they are. Then we've got like a thermal suit, so we've just got tops and then bottoms. Again, just kind of depends if you guys like these patterns or not. So again, I think the black is the best here. I think these patterns are a little bit louder, but if you're wearing them under something, it's not going to be as aggressive. So yeah, I think these are okay. Similar to what I said for the last couple of pieces, if you're someone who's like out and about in the cold weather, these are going to be good for you especially. And then we've got some bags. Starting off, we've got this like fanny pack type of bag. looks like we've got a lot of pockets and a lot of utility here, so I'm sure North Face planned that out pretty well. I'm sure this is geared more towards like snowing and like actual use rather than the typical fanny pack. So yeah, if you're gonna be outside, again, this is another solid piece for you. And then we've got these backpacks. I'm not familiar with this style of backpack, so I'm not sure if this is useful, but I'm sure it is. North Face usually has pretty useful bags and that type of stuff, so I'm sure these are gonna be good for what they're made for. And then we've got some key tags and some gloves. Yeah, the tags, nothing crazy going on there. Something nice to have on your keychain or whatever, but I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't really want to pay for that. And then I think the gloves are cool. I think the black ones are my favorite. I like the Steep Tech branding on the finger, but really I think all of these are cool. Even the white and colorful ones I think works pretty well on gloves too. So yeah, overall I think they did a really good job with these. I do wish maybe they had like a couple different colorways or patterns that they chose on different stuff, because like I said, I didn't really like that white and colorful one on a lot of the items, but it is all personal preference, and I think the pieces were pretty well executed. I think the silhouettes and the way they incorporated the Supreme branding was really solid for this collaboration. So overall I give this North Face collaboration a pretty good rating. Starting off with the non-collaborative pieces, the first shirt we have here is the elephant shirt, so just has Supreme kind of written all over it in different colors, and then there's some like elephant imagery worked into there. I am not sure what the reference for the elephants is, so it has to mean something. If anyone knows, please let me know, because it's really been bothering me. It seems super random and I don't really enjoy the imagery, so I don't know, maybe that's why I'm like so hell-bent on figuring out why it's like a thing, but I cannot tell you why it's a thing, but I do not like it. So moving on to the next piece, we have the Preem hoodie. As you guys can see here, it just has the apostrophe and says Preem. There's no sup. But I like these. I think these are really clean. It is an applique piece. I thought maybe those letters were like Chanel, but it is applique, so keep that in mind if you have a preference there. But I think either way it looks really clean. So yeah, I thought these pieces were solid. I thought the colorways were solid too. I actually really like this blue and gold one, which typically I don't like those colors together. Then we have the denim baseball jacket. So yeah, like I said, these are denim. I didn't really catch that at first, even though we do have like more of a denim colorway, which, speaking of colorways, the denim one is my least favorite. The black one is okay, but I think the white one is the best. And I think the world famous part is a little weird, but I see what they were doing there, so I don't know, I kind of respect it and think overall it just looks pretty clean. Then we have the brushed flannel twill shirt. So I think this one is pretty cool. To be honest, I don't love the colorways, especially the blue one. I feel like it's not solid, but the brown one I think is cool, and the black one you can't really go wrong with. But another really just like good fall winter piece to wear on top of something. I would leave this unbuttoned, layer it with something, but that's just how I would style it. I don't think there's any Supreme branding on it, so that might be like a drawback for some people, but I do think this was a pretty solid piece. And then we have the small box Speckle sweater. A little bit of a tongue twister there. I'm not too big of a fan of these. I feel like it's not really something that I'm looking for from Supreme, but I don't think they're terrible either. I feel like the box logo there is just a little bit weird. I don't know. Then we've got the baggy jeans coming in 5 different colorways. So we've got brown, green, a lighter wash, a very dark wash, and then what looks like a raw denim, but maybe that's more of a raw denim. That might be black, actually. I think that's black. But regardless, if you guys want a baggy pair of jeans, these are gonna be good for you. I think there's a lot of better options for jeans that are a lot cheaper, so I don't know, I wouldn't recommend getting these, but I don't think they're bad by any means, and if you have the money, feel free. It's just got the little Supreme branding there on the back right pocket, so pretty basic. I don't think they're bad, but like I said, I do think there are more affordable options out there. Next, we've got the denim camp caps. I think this brown one here with this like dye look is kind of interesting, and the cream one is alright, but otherwise I don't like those colorways. The denim one here is bad. This green one is just not good. And this like black denim one wasn't doing it for me either. And then we have the Cash box logo New Era flat bills. I think these are pretty cool. I think the New Era hats have been done pretty well this year. And then right here on the hat it does say world famous, so just another nice little detail. I don't think those are crazy pieces, but I do think they're on par with the hat trends that have been going on. I think these work pretty well, and I think the colors are solid too. Then we have the gradient crochet beanie. These ones are really cool in my opinion. I'm not a huge beanie guy, but I do like these, especially this brown and this like seafoam green type of color one, and then the pink one is pretty cool too. The other colorways are less desirable for me, but I still feel like they're pretty solid, and overall I think this design was really good. And then we've got the capital beanies to wrap it all up, so just that capital Supreme font logo. I don't mind these, not bad, not great, just kind of in the middle. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this drop list. I thought the North Face stuff was pretty solid. I thought the regular drop list was like pretty alright. There's not too many pieces that I can see myself wearing from it, but a lot of the North Faces I can see myself picking up, and I feel like it's going to be like a memorable collection for North Face. You have some of the pieces that are just like kind of basic, but I feel like these are kind of in your face and very memorable, especially those patterns and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see over time, my opinion, how it changes on this collection. But I think in the future I will look back and definitely remember it, and I think I'll like it more in the future than I do now. Pretty okay week, nothing too crazy. The collaboration kind of saved it, but that's a lot of weeks anyways. So yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and if you made it to this point, I really appreciate you already. So yeah, huge shout out. Stay tuned for more videos in the future, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.